A massive bison hide moves slowly down a modern factory line, thick, heavy, and still bearing the marks of life outdoors. How does something this raw become a premium fashion material? Just moments ago, this hide was part of one of North America's most iconic animals. Bison are built for survival, shaped by open plains, extreme weather, and constant movement. Their hides are naturally tougher, thicker, and more textured than standard leather. And that rugged history is exactly what makes them so valuable. Now, the setting has completely changed. Steel rollers, controlled temperatures, and precision. Machinery replace open grasslands. Every step is measured. Every movement is intentional. The goal is no longer survival but transformation. This process isn't about speed. It's about control. Moisture levels are carefully adjusted. Surfaces are cleaned and stabilized. Natural fibers are preserved while unwanted elements are removed. What was once raw and unpredictable is gradually refined into something consistent, durable, and workable. The contrast is striking: an animal shaped by nature, entering a system shaped by engineering. And somewhere between those two worlds, raw hide becomes premium leather ready for boots, bags, and luxury fashion pieces designed to last for decades. This is where nature meets modern manufacturing and where one of America's oldest animals enters the global fashion industry. Bison leather is often compared to traditional cowhide, but the differences become clear the moment you see it up close. Bison hides are naturally thicker, with a more pronounced grain and deeper fiber structure. This gives the leather a rugged appearance and high resistance to wear, while still allowing it to be softened and shaped for fashion use. Cowhide, by contrast, is more uniform and widely produced, making bison leather a more distinctive and less common material. To understand why bison leather stands out today, it helps to look back at the animal's history in North America. For centuries, bison were central to the continent's ecosystems and indigenous cultures. By the late 1800s, overhunting nearly eliminated them. Conservation efforts in the 20th century reversed that decline. And today bison are managed through regulated herds across the United States. Modern bison agriculture focuses on population control, land management, and full use of the animal, including meat, hides, and other byproducts. In this system, bison leather is not the primary product. It is a secondary result of a tightly regulated food supply chain. That limited availability is one reason it has gained attention in modern fashion. Designers and manufacturers value materials that combine performance with story, and bison leather offers both. Its durability makes it well suited for high-stress items like footwear, belts, and bags. The natural texture gives each piece a unique surface that cannot be easily replicated by mass-produced leather. And because bison herds are smaller than cattle populations, supply remains limited, adding a level of exclusivity. Together, these factors have positioned bison leather as a premium material, one shaped by history, conservation, and modern manufacturing standards. The journey of bison leather begins long before it reaches a fashion workshop. In modern systems, hides are sourced as a regulated byproduct of the bison meat industry. This means the animal is processed for food first, and the hide is preserved to ensure the entire resource is used responsibly. From the start, traceability and handling standards play a key role in maintaining quality. Once removed, the raw hide must be stabilized quickly. It is cleaned to remove surface debris, then cured using controlled methods that limit bacterial growth. Temperature and moisture are carefully managed during storage and transport, preventing spoilage as the hide moves from processing facilities to specialized tanneries. At the tannery, transformation begins. Tanning is the critical phase that converts raw hide into stable leather that can last for decades. Modern tanneries use precisely measured chemical and mechanical processes to preserve natural fibers while improving durability. Many facilities now operate closed-loop water systems and waste treatment controls to reduce environmental impact and meet strict regulatory standards. After tanning, the leather is conditioned and softened. This step balances the natural strength of bison hide with the flexibility needed for wearable products. Through controlled tumbling, oiling, and stretching, the leather becomes easier to cut and shape without losing its toughness. the final stage, is finishing. Each hide is inspected, trimmed, and graded based on thickness, grain quality, and consistency. Sections are cut to meet specific requirements for boots, bags, or accessories. Only the highest quality panels are selected for luxury manufacturers, while other portions are directed to appropriate uses. By the end of this process, what began as a raw, heavy hide has become a refined material engineered for performance, appearance, and long-term use in premium fashion products. One of the most noticeable characteristics of bison leather is its thickness. Compared to most traditional cowhide, bison leather has a denser fiber structure, which gives it higher resistance to abrasion and surface wear. This makes it especially suitable for products that are expected to handle repeated use over many years without quickly breaking down or losing integrity. Another defining feature is its natural grain. Bison live in open environments, and their hides develop with more variation in texture. Scars, wrinkles, and subtle grain shifts are not flaws in this material, they are part of its identity. When the leather is finished, note the panels look exactly the same. For consumers, this means each product carries a unique visual pattern, something mass-produced leather often cannot offer. Exclusivity also plays a major role in the value of bison leather. Global bison populations are far smaller than cattle herds, and leather is only produced as a secondary byproduct of regulated meat processing. This naturally limits supply. Unlike cowhide, which can be produced at industrial scale, bison leather remains relatively rare, even as demand increases. That balance between limited availability and strong performance elevates its position in the market. Because of these properties, bison leather is commonly chosen for high-stress items. Boots benefit from its toughness and resistance to scuffing. Belts hold their shape longer under daily tension. Premium bags and accessories gain both durability and a bold, natural appearance that improves with age. Over time, bison leather develops a distinct patina rather than wearing out. This combination of strength, individuality, and scarcity is what turns a simple hide into a high-value material, one designed not just to be used, but to last. Quality control plays a critical role in modern bison leather production. Each hide passes through multiple inspection stages, starting at the tannery and continuing through finishing. Technicians check thickness, fiber strength, and surface consistency to ensure the leather meets performance standards. Areas with uneven grain or structural weakness are identified early, allowing each section of the hide to be directed toward the most suitable use. Sustainability is also a growing focus across the industry. Modern tanneries operate under strict environmental regulations, particularly around water use. Many facilities now rely on water recycling systems that treat and reuse process water multiple times before release. Solid byproducts and wastewater are carefully managed through filtration and treatment processes designed to reduce environmental impact and meet regulatory requirements. Ethical sourcing frameworks further shape how bison leather enters the supply chain. In most cases, the hide is not the primary product, but a byproduct of meat production. Full-use processing ensures that more of the animal is utilized rather than discarded. This approach reduces waste and aligns with broader sustainability goals. Without changing the primary purpose of agricultural operations, the impact extends beyond the factory. Regulated bison farming supports rural economies, particularly in regions where traditional agriculture may be limited. Leather processing and manufacturing also create skilled jobs in tanning, quality inspection, and product assembly. These roles help sustain regional industries that rely on specialized craftsmanship and technical expertise. Together, quality, control, and sustainability systems ensure that bison leather production is not only about creating a premium material, but also about responsible resource management. By balancing performance standards, environmental oversight, and economic contribution, the industry aims to deliver long-lasting products while operating within modern ethical and regulatory expectations. Bison leather represents more than a premium material. It reflects a meeting point between North American heritage and modern manufacturing precision. From animals that once defined the open plains, this leather carries a connection to history while being shaped by today's controlled Technology-driven processes. The result is a material that honors its origin while meeting the expectations of contemporary production. The transformation from raw hide to finished leather also highlights how industrial systems add value responsibly. Each stage, sourcing, preservation, tanning, and finishing, is designed to stabilize, strengthen, and refine a natural resource rather than waste it. What begins as a byproduct becomes a long-lasting material through careful planning, skilled labor, and regulated oversight. This approach shows how modern industry can work with natural materials instead of simply extracting from them. For consumers, these processes matter more than ever. Durability is no longer just about toughness, it is about longevity, repairability, and reduced replacement over time. Transparency has also become a key expectation, with buyers wanting to understand where materials come from and how they are produced. Bison Leather aligns with these priorities by offering strength, traceability, and a clear connection between source and final product. Looking ahead, materials like Bison Leather may help shape the future of premium fashion as demand shifts away from disposable goods and toward products built to last. Manufacturers are likely to place greater value on materials with both performance and story. In that sense, Bison Leather is not just a trend, but an example of how tradition, responsibility, and modern engineering can come together to define what quality means in the years to come. Asterisk.